everyone. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I want to show you what I got from IAmRoses.com in comparison to what I have from Prima. So, well, first I got the skeleton leaves. I saw Arlene at My Butterfly Kisses using these a lot. And you get 100, and I think it's only $2.50 or something like that. And each item at IAmRoses.com, they only charge 50 cents per item for shipping, which is great, and it comes all the way from Thailand. But when you receive your package, you have to sign for it, just like all international shipping. So make sure you're around to sign for your package. And it only took like 10 days to get it. All right, here's the Prima hydrangea leaves, or hydrangea petals. And you get 24 pieces for the E-line, and it is, I think, $1.99 or something like that. Well, here are the large hydrangea petals from IAmRoses, and I believe these run right around $7, and you get 250 of them. So, and they look exactly the same. The large hydrangea petals at the IAmRoses are just a little bit bigger than the large ones for the Prima. And then for the small hydrangea petals, which you get 2 packages, and, excuse me, 2 packages, and they're 500 petals, and I believe it's right around $7 and change. But look at the difference. They're the same exact size as the small hydrangea petals that are in the Prima, and they're so much cheaper. So there you go. IAmRoses is a lot, and they're all mulberry paper too. IAmRoses, just like with Prima. What amazed me is here is the IAmRoses small roses. Let me take a bunch of them out for you so you can see. They're really pretty. They're mulberry paper. And here are the Prima ones. And I got 2 bundles together here. Yeah, they're stuck. I just want to show you the difference. They're exactly the same. If I put them both down together, I wouldn't know which one is Prima and which one is IAmRoses, and they cost the same. So if you're having a hard time finding the Prima small roses, then go to IAmRoses.com, and they have them. And I believe they're $8. I think I got these for $6, only because it was I can't even think of her name, but she ordered them for me and matched the price of 7 Kids College Fund for me. And Bunma sent me little itsy mini ones for free, a 10 pack here, well, 10 roses. And then I also got the 3/4 inch roses. And they're beautiful. I love them. Alright, so anyway, let's get to making the flowers. Let me put these aside. And I'm going to be using LindyStampGang products, as well as the IAmRoses petals. And I'm going to be using the small hydrangea petals. And you're going to need 4 for the flower that you're going to make. And when you take these out, sometimes there's 4 or 5 of them stuck together. So make sure you peel them apart. Make sure there's only one here. And they're just as thick, if not a little thicker than the Prima ones. And they have the same veining. They both come from Thailand. And they're wonderful. Okay. So I have that. And LindyStampGang, I ordered the Magical Micas, and I got the Japanese Garden Collection, which has beautiful colors. And I'm going to be using the Heliotrope Purple for this flower. And you're going to need a water pen, well, a water brush, I should say, not a water pen. And you can also get those at LindyStampGang.com. Let me just pull up my chair. And what you're going to want to do is there's already a fixative in the Magical Micas, so you don't have to finish them off with anything, which is wonderful, is you just scoop some out. And I put it on my glass mat, or you can put it on your craft mat, and just squeeze water out of your brush. And if you don't have a water brush, then you can just use water with your regular paintbrush. And if you notice, it kind of sucks back in there. So when you're done using it, you're going to want to squeeze water out of your brush. so you don't contaminate your barrel on your brush. You put that aside, and then you're just going to want to paint it on your petals. And it soaks up really well. In this, it's like a purplish reddish, almost like a maroon with a purple mica in it. And you just move your brush a little back and forth, and it's going to soak right up into the petal. If you want to concentrate your micas to the center of the petal, just hold it in the center of the petal and just go back and forth just a little bit. And I'm not squeezing water out of my pen when I'm applying the, I think there's two stuck together here, yep. When I'm applying the magical micas, I'm just scooping it up from my puddle, going back and forth a little bit until it soaks right into the petal. And one thing I found with the IAmRoses is sometimes with the Prima, you get little blank spots in your mulberry paper where it won't saturate any of the color, and I haven't found that problem with the IAmRoses ones. Okay, so just keep painting them. And if you're using Starburst stains, don't use the dauber on your petals because it'll flatten out the veins, the veining in your petals. And I want to remind everyone that my ribbon roses, satin ribbon roses, are still for sale. I have all my colors available. So if you'd like to know what colors I have, you can look at a previous video that I put out that will explain all of that to you. Okay, we just got one more to go. And this color is beautiful. I don't know if you can see it. It's so rich. And I don't know if you can see the mica, but it's beautiful. Love it. I'm just going to scoop a little bit more out. Add some more water. And if you want a lighter color, you just put a little less magical micas with some more water. If you want a deeper color, you can make it more concentrated. Okay. So see how that one's lighter than the others? I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to... Well, let me just put some more mica on here because I could see the mica floating around a little bit. Okay. So now you're going to take your paper towel and see how it kind of soaked up in there. You're going to squeeze out your brush and keep squeezing water out until you don't have any mica because it does suck up into your water brush. And it cleans really easy all out. Put the cap on this so we don't have an accident. Okay. So I'm going to wipe up my leftovers, and if you have other petals, you can always paint them so you're not wasting your magical micas. And then I'm going to use a small knitting needle, my Ranger heat gun, which I love because it's so quiet. And I'm heating this on a tonic glass mat, and it will get very hot, the glass, so you have to be very careful that you don't burn yourself on your glass mat. I should probably use my craft mat that's underneath it for the heating, but I don't feel like picking up the glass mat. So just going to hold it down and heat it up until it's totally dry. And if you concentrate the heat very close, you will start to get little edges that almost look darker. It's almost starting to like burn the paper. It depends what you like. I kind of like that edge looking like that a little bit. Gives it a little more of a vintage look. And I love this heat it tool because it's so quiet. I probably mentioned that just a couple of minutes ago, but it is a great heat tool. And it doesn't forcefully blow a lot of air like some other heat guns do. So if you're doing any kind of embossing with embossing enamel, it's not going to go blowing all over the place on you. Okay, they're all dry. And look at the beautiful, I don't know if it's going to pick it up, the beautiful mica. I love it. Alright, so I'm going to use this one for the bottom. And I have my Aleene's Ultimate Glue Gun. And that's what it looks like. And it has interchangeable points on it, depending on what you want to do. And this is a nice fine point. That's why I love it so much. My hands are shaking, so don't mind that. I had too much energy drinks. A little web going on here. And then you're going to take your next petal and you're going to offset it from the other petals. And press down in the center. And since there's a little hole in the flowers, just like with the Prima, in the center, you're going to want to work on your craft mat with the glue gun or on a glass mat, so that way it doesn't stick onto the glue, because sometimes it goes through the center a little. Oop. So you're going to need your scissors for the third petal, and I cut in between the two smallest ones. And you're going to want to put a little glue on one of the petals that you just separated, and fold over the other petal on top of it, so that you have 3 petals that looks like that. Then you're going to put a little glue in the center again, and you don't need a lot. And you're going to kind of offset that a little, and I'm going to take my knitting needle and just press down in the center. Make sure it's where I want it. And right now I'm going to curl my petals. You're going to have something that looks like this. So I'm going to take my knitting needle and I'm going to just curl these back, working from the back to the top. This way it'll give your flower a little dimension. And when you're working on the next layer, kind of fold it towards the center. That way the petals will stand up better. And then get the center ones and do the same thing. Folds it towards the center. And then curl it. And it's going to be a little harder to curl the one where you have 2 on top of each other. So you're going to have to really work with it. And if you want, you can even stop here as far as the flower goes and put a pretty brad or something in the center. Let me just crunch it up a little, because then you'll have a flower that looks like that, and it's pretty on its own. I think so anyway. But I like playing with my petals, and I'm just going to take it and kind of crunch it together a little bit. And then play with the petals. I don't know if you can pick up the beautiful micas on there. It is nice. And then the last one, mica side up, you're going to crunch and just kind of roll it around and squeeze the bottom part. I'm going to apply a little glue. And I hate the spider webs from the glue. And you're going to put that right in the center, standing straight up. And it's up to you if you want to curl the center ones. I don't like to curl the center ones. But then you have a really pretty flower that looks like this. I don't know how well you can see it because of the lighting, but I love it. And you can just play with your petals the way you want and get them to sit the way you'd like them to sit. And you have a pretty little flower. Let me put it here, zoom in so you can see it better, because I know the lighting isn't very good. How well you can see it. But I love them. And they're a lot of fun to make, so give it a try. And thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good day.